can die. Now let's go. Say hello. So we're in Atlantia. And here's Johannes talking to Toma. And he's asking the holy angel Toma to tell him about his dream. Yeah, and there he says Johannes. So this thing, that's his name in kanji, and then they're like, you say it like this though. So Toma is a holy angel, but you say it Toma. And Johannes is elder angel, but you say Johannes. But yeah, he says that he's had a holy dream. And so here's the information angel, who's Shilha. He says that he's playing games with them. And here's Gorshi, the Herculean angel. And Otaha, who's the music angel, is like, alright you two, please be patient. And then Moroha, the warrior angel, says that they're all worried that Toma will sleep for millennia again. Yeah, this is like Moroha. So he's like, I'm not going to rest until I return the wings of the sun to us. And then Johannes is like, I wonder, is it connected to this holy dream of yours? He goes, yes, a dream of reviving this world, fouled by the wingless, by returning it to the angels. He'll bring the winds of the sun back, and with his power, will evolve the tree of life and give birth to a new world. And then this weird little man, Renshi, the archetypal angel, and he thinks it's cool, and Johannes likes it too. And so Toma is certain that with the evolution of the tree of life, they'll be able to break the everlasting prison that's holding them and Atlantia. So Johannes is like, very well, Toma, get on with it. But Moroha doesn't think he'll be going to be able to pull it off, and Otto tells him to mind his manners. But despite these being Johannes' orders, he's not going to let it rest. Moroha remembers the old days at Atlantia, where he and the others competed and tested their might in valiant rituals of combat. But all thanks to Apollonius' betrayal, the lives of so many have been lost, and the light of these rituals will fade. But he will not sit idly by and let Toma be the wing's only opponent. So Johannes is like, alright, bud, you got a plan? He's already asked Renshi to build me a new cherubim, and it'll be, and Renshi's like, yes, and it'll be worthy of your unparalleled skill. And she'll acknowledge Renshi's divine touch, and he's like, yeah, if anyone could make a thing, I think he could do it, yeah, sure. And Tom's like, okay, Moroha, you can handle the next deployment. And Moroha's like, yeah, you better not complain if your beloved Wings of the Sun gets a little hurt. And then Toma says, I understand, but I think actually it is you who should keep an eye out. He senses the darkness surrounding the wingless, those wicked demons included. And so at the Satome lab, this is Satome lab, good, new Satome, I'm glad I recognise this name. But so Tetsuya's putting everybody through training. Sylvie's having a bad time, Sugu's having a bad time. It's like training time, kids. Yeah, and Kappei's hating it too. Everybody hates it. He's trying his best to do jumping jacks, and Gordy yells at him and Luna Maria for their bad form. Bello's like, what's going on? And Gaynor says, is it some radio gymnastics thing? And then Gar's like, dang it, we only came over to see how the David kids train, and then we got roped into doing this Kalanetics bullshit. Ugh. But Jun says that these gymnastics are preferable to what they usually do, and not because their normal training's tougher, just because it's nonsense. They just don't understand it at all. That's when Ryder comes in, tells them to quit running their mouths and start running their damn legs. Nisha's a little scared of Ryder's attitude, but Jamie says he used to be the drill instructor at the military academy, so they figured he'd make a good coach. But having both him and Tetsuya is making it quadratically tough. Jerome likes seeing this orderly conduct, though, and according to Sophia, yeah, it seems Fudo asked Tetsuya and the others to handle this while he went somewhere else. And from what Rina's heard, it seems Tetsuya met Fudo while he was off trading in the wilderness, and they both made an impression on each other, which makes sense because they're both fucking animals. But either way, Jerome thinks having some regular training is necessary, considering how many times Fudo orders the elements to go with his more abstract trainings. And Sophia thinks doing some physical activity outdoors is good for their health. And then... Sugoi! Amazing! Such an amazing physique! Gallian men are so muscular. Get out of here, fat man! That's not exercising, you're just flexing, you're just posing! Yeah, we know you're a strong fat man, so go away. You made him cry? Awful children. Awful children. And that's where the fishmen in Zabunga would go. Damn, if that's what the children are like. No wonder the women are wild. And so here's Rand, he's like, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, something stinks around here. It really does. Do I smell sake? Oopsie. We just had a little bit of fun last night. We celebrated the mission's success, and this sake that Fudo brought us was real good. The wine Mr. Sandman had was also superb. Yeah, you say, but you're all real hungover. Master K, for shame, and you old men too. We know, Robot Girlie, but please, keep your voice down. And don't call us all old men. Well, what should we call you then, huh? Uncle, Pops, Grandpa, Old-timer, Elder, Senior? Or San, Chi-san, or Shin, or Yaji. We'll call you any of those until you can't take it anymore. I beg you to, please let this go. You youngsters should be ashamed. Move those carcasses and sweat out the alcohol. Oh, and here comes Kengo with the lecture. I'm not going to put up with this if it turns to a fitness boom. Kengo's right. Let's go, darling. Deep breaths. If you push my stomach like that, I'll... The old man puked. Gross. That harsh stare of yours is too much for me. It's like, sis, it's pretty clear to me what the on-off switch for adult men is. Hey, negotiator, you're not gonna exercise? Forgive me, but I have a meeting with Mr. Sandman right after this. If you'll excuse me. Roger drank with Holland and the others, right? That's a slick guy. Way too innocent, Renton. His eyes are bloodshot under the sunglasses. He's just as hungover as any of us. It's true. That's how grown men are. Sis, that was the sound of my admiration for adults crumbling away. Incredible. Tetsuko's version is they just talk about some really weird shit and it's about Shin being cool. And the Gravions are doing exercise. And so Mizuki goes, it feels so good to put your body to work, and then does jumping jacks. And then Cats and Shin are just watching. She's like, what's wrong? Why'd you get all quiet? And then like, you're not embarrassed the way they're looking? She's like, oh, I didn't even notice. I showed some less revealing clothes for this, huh? And then it was like, men, pigs, ugh. And then Uruna and Meirin are both like, yeah, we gotta double our efforts. I will surpass Mizuki and my sister. And it's like, Habari's done it again. But here's Jiren notices that Sirius and Apollo aren't here, And Marika says the Getter team have gone looking for him. And Tetsuya thinks they're deliberately skipping out on his training, so he's going to go look for him as well. Leaving Raita in charge of everything, he's the coach. Jun's happy to see Tetsuya so full of energy, and Koji's glad his friend got a full power-up. Sylvia's not so great, considering he's left a devil coach in charge. Yeah, sonna onikochi. But Saka's not listening. Maria asks if she's hurt somewhere, and she's like, oh, no, I'm fine, everything's alright. But Maria sees inwardly that Saka's been acting weird for a while now. And so in the Saotomi Lab Rose Garden, Sirius is here, looking for his muse, reciting poetry. But he spots Apollo. And Sirius figures that Apollo must be skipping out on training. And he's like, aren't you skipping back at training? And he says, no, further physical conditioning is unnecessary for me. And then Apollo's like, oh, so you are skipping class then, huh? But anyway, he came in following his nose, and he's impressed with all the roses. Sirius says it was Saotomi's wife that grew all these, and since the elements are lodged in the lab, he's been given permission to come here freely. And then Apollo laughs that this suits the snobby prince. And Sirius like, yeah, you would not be able to understand the beauty of a rose. And he's like, alright then, what's the beauty of a rose then? And he says, they're delicate flowers, requiring a lot of care to bloom so beautifully. And he's like, alright, I get it, that's easy then. And he's like, wait, could he really be the reincarnation of Apollonius? No, he can't be. No, absolutely not. And he's like, wait, why are you glaring at me like that? And he's like, oh, you shouldn't have let someone like him in today, or if Apollo wasn't around, then I'd... And then Tetsuya comes in. There you are. And Apollo's just like, shit, what the hell? He snuck up on me. And then he's willing to let Apollo off the hook if he puts in a full 100 laps around the base. And then Apollo's like, what would happen if I never came back? So Tetsuya just smiles at him, and Apollo's like, alright, I get it, I'm off, I'm doing the rat laps, jeez. And then Sirius is like, yes, look how easily the beast was cowed by your spirit. And Tetsuya's like, nah, he didn't seem to notice the malice that you were projecting in his direction. He's like, what? Malice? Me? And Tetsuya's like, I get it. Comes from the jealousy you feel towards him. And Sirius scowls. And Tetsuya says that while Sirius is free to deny it, he's not going to be able to fool him because he once felt that same feeling. And so he says that he should just admit it and then move on, lest it come back to haunt him in ways that he won't be able to fix. So Sirius tells him to mind his own dang business and stop with the psychoanalysis. And Sylvia comes over, it's like, what is it? So is training done? She's like, no! All of the commanders have come up with a plan to overthrow the 100 Demon Empire. The decisive battle is at hand, and Sylvia wants to launch with Sirius on this one. And he's more than willing to do so to show the strength of the Alicia family to both the demons and the beast. And Tetsuya is just like, yeah, this ain't gonna go good, is it? And so, in Tokyo, here's Dokuganki. He summoned all of the infiltrated demons over to take part of his little plan, and he reports the intel he's got on Zuth, and he tags us as a group of outlaws backed by the plant's chairman who's forced his way into Japan, which I guess is true. And as for why he's gathered all the moles here, he relates the order from command to bring an end to Zuth, and they're going to put all the moles in one place and use this as bait for the group. The government already ordered us to present ourselves, so all that's left is sit back and watch us get slaughtered as we walk into their damn trap. So first things first, we're going to be arriving soon. Dokuganki has the mole Vice Minister of Defense prepare an official ultimatum to deliver to our invading troops, and then they'll be able to appeal to the masses with their righteousness. And with what little time remains, Dokuganki proposes a toast, and the waitstaff, including this wonderful new butler, don't know who he is, but he's lovely, is ready to serve, obviously. There's also these maids as well, and there's fucking Twill, awful little gremlin that she is. Bigger service. Ishimasu yo. So they pour a lot of sake for everybody. See, it's all the Sandman maids. And Dorothy's here. Yeah, so they're like, oh, here's a cup of sake. Here's a cup of sake. Lovely dub. And then Dorothy just goes, here, glass. And Dr. Gang is like, what an unsociable maid. Marinia apologizes, saying that she's new. And then Norman's here going, please. And he hands out more glasses of booze. And so with that, Kampai, a toast to Zoot's destruction. But the fools that they are, they got all their stuff from the one maid agency, didn't they? Idiots. And so this is mission 25, the Lair of Darkness. And there's a secret at this stage. Dun, 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 dun. So the Kingville's launching. We're gonna launch the Argama. We can't get the secret anyway, but just because. Oh, I mean that's cool. We'll bring everything again. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Then we get to bring everybody. And so here we are. Okay, because there they are, beautiful. The Vice Minister calls out to us saying that our presence here violates Japan's sovereignty and demands that we put down our weapons. And if we don't, they'll make use of suitable means to safeguard their national security. Hane is worried because we wanted outlaws at the rate things are going. But Gengoro tells her to calm down because everyone inside the Vice Minister's hotel is a demon. And Hazebon's well aware they gathered all the people we've tagged as moles in one place to draw us out. And this ultimatum is really a pretext allowing them to mobilise troops without repercussions. And so, it's obviously do or die for both sides. And in response to us disregarding his request, the Vice Minister gives the go-ahead to suppress us. Hey, how you doing? What's some damn swooshin'? So, a bunch of dudes are deployed, and Amuro says, wow, the invasions for them has been going real good, I guess. Lil figures that we won't be able to do anything to help the demonized men piloting those units, while Mizuki figures that's a real shame. Toga immediately tags them all as the enemy and prepares to shoot them all down. Eiji says that's cold even for him, but Julie tells him we'd be digging our own graves if we showed demons mercy. And so Eiji and Shin both understand we don't have a choice, but they're not loving it, and Sirius isn't willing to forgive such a foul act. Sylvia's got his back, and Apollo just tells the dumbass prince and the stupid princess not to get in his way, which makes Sirius even angrier. And Koji and Rome are ready to beat the demons up. And so, clear the mission way into turn 6. Wide formation, they're all in wide, it looks like. Piss on my ass then. Thank you, Roger. Emma did good too.
天下の敵のモビルスーツ乗りガロドラン様が相手だ。やるっきゃない。そこだ。やられるもんか。
Yeah, the damn demons. So with Akira Kamiya, he voiced everybody, just everybody.
この剣哲也から逃げられると思うな。ドリルプレッシャーパンチ。
He's the main guy in Raiden, Kidorobo, he's Saburo in Yamato. He's Sanshiro in Gaiking. He's Kenshiro. Just a little star. He's several Kaneko men. Rocket punch. There's Pegasus in the original Saint Seiya. He's the main guy in City Hunter. narrator for the Get a Romo Armageddon.
ロケットトラッシュ
Go. Mazingo. Mazinga. But he's basically just an everything. Mazinga, Ghetto.
Z 必ず倒してみせる渾身の人たち受けてみよ
Without exception, you are done. This day. Thank you, There it is. So the Vice Minister's watching this all unfold and he can't wait for us to get blown up. But then these two beautiful women show up. And he's like, you must be a companion, guy. So he's like, you must be the escorts. You're like, oh yeah, that's us. He's like, yes, I am the Vice Minister. Aren't I amazing? And then they go, please remove these outlaws from Japan. You're so amazing. He's like, oh, absolutely, Goyles. Koshiroku beam. Mazinga Jetto. Powder boom. Rocket Punch. Kimada. Dasunda. Presto Fire.
暴れしてやるぜ高視力ビーム
Zap. What Shin Mazuka did to the photon power beam is incredible. Mazuna Zeto. Yeah, we'll try this, man. Because they're already in center formation. The fools.
「そもそもうかつなんだ」決め時だ乗らせてもらうぜ隊長さん分かってるって任せとくなオトンマット最大出力
Not gonna hit me. Big wheel rocket punch. Big wheel rocket punch. No whammies, no whammies. Damn barrier, bud.
笑わなきゃよしやがれ大車輪ロケットパンチ
Good Shin Mazinger doing the big wheel rocket punch. Unstoppable. Better wide damage over it. Like Infinity, like Mazinger Infinity should definitely be big wheel rocket punch. incredible 10 damage. Nice work, leader of the squad. Clyde. It's the cool eye beam. Fucking destructor.
時間は有効に使うものだ。できればこのような手段に訴えたくなかったが仕方ない。この光受けていただこう。
Going in. Forgiveness. Dorothy being a terrible maid, but all of the demon moles are in one spot to bait us out, and we're gonna get them. Sirius is being a shit as usual. She's a princess after all. Energy refills down on a house. There's the enemy go. Bottom right, thanks, mate. There's the secret bomb if we were able to get it across. Journal help. Get whatever necessary. On the building, you know what? I don't think that's where he was at all. Feasible.
そんなものがなんだ。それは甘いぞ。もう一度だ。この二つは
You're too naive. Gonna blow you up. Still not a good oversense, but it's fine. Power. The platoon. Those guys can definitely do that much damage. Formation. Try. And with the drill missile. And he's just got even the little drills in his biceps. Remember in J when Mazakaiser has this move, it's got 99 missiles? Incredible. Why does not make it through? So these guys recognize that the human weapons they're using ain't gonna beat us. So time to deploy the main forces. So they deploy some damn demons. Dokugenki entrusts command to Tekoki, but tells him that failure is unacceptable. And then Tekoki just goes, hey, all these mass-produced robots you're using, they're not gonna work against Zuth. They're too strong. The only thing that's gonna beat Zuth is his Mecha Tekoki. And Sakura's like, that guy, that Oni man. And everyone's like, you feeling okay, Sakura? And she's like, oh, don't mind me. And then inwardly she's like, he's a demon. That man's a demon. He's an enemy of mankind. So he calls Zuth and the Ghetto out to battle. He's gonna turn Tokyo into our graves, and Rome was like, alright dude, I'm gonna fight you, fucko. Old Sable. It's not even ringing yet. Not yet, not yet. Incredible. Unstoppable.
この剣徹夜から逃げられると思うな。ブレストバーン。
マジンガメ。グレート。Give them in try, because we can then do the try attack and see what's his animation. Power. Beam. Shiroku. Beam. Yeah, just in time. So there you go. Shippy. Oh, room was short. So the only attack can hit you is a thunder break. This dude's getting the finger. Fuck him. Bow, 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 bow.
Yo. これでどうだ。必殺はサンダービーム。
Bitchy power. Thunder break. last gasp has like a negative connotation where they're dying, rather than like last hurrah. Try attack. Oh, he's digging. He's digging. He's helping everybody do good. Oh, no way. Yeah, what's he trying to like a cheerleader? He just waves to the fans and gets everybody to do good. Okay, and now I've got to find the hypno sound. So hypno sound, and Apollo's like, ugh, even the fallen angels are attracted by this demon's mess. And so I had those bozos in that corner. That Kerubim, look, it's a new one. And Tsugumi reads a high mythological power pattern coming from him, and Jun goes, that must be an actual fallen angel. Gavan asks if it's that Toma guy from Break the World, and Apollo says, smells different. And this guy's like, indeed, Wingless, I'm the warrior angel Moroha. And it's like, wow. Yeah, Senshi? And then Sirius is like, oh, combat specialized fallen angel. And Apollo's like, I don't care about his fucking name, let's beat him up. So Sirius thinks it's impossible for Apollo to pull this off and tells him to switch to Mars. And Apollo says that he's going to be the head now, and Moroha says he doesn't mind, the result's going to be the same either way. Apollo then enough of this fucker and charges him, despite Sylvia going, our aura's in disarray, our aura pattern's bad, we're going to die. And Realm tells him to stop. They're not in sync, but Apollo's just yelling. Filthy wingless, know your place.
アポロ、私の指示に従え。
そんなもんいちいち聞いてられっかよ。
なんも
無限パンチ。
太陽の翼がこのようなざまではな。
So it's everyone's favourite little tentacle Cthulhu man, favourite little judo Asuka, favourite little Dankuga senpai, we got them all. There it is.
こいつなんてバカ力だ。
Where's this stupid power come from? Jeez. So that's done. Sirius tells him to change so he can take care of things. So Apollo's like, nope. You're not going to beat this guy, Sirius. I'm going to give it another shot. Sirius asks what a stray dog like Apollo can do, and he doesn't even understand the situation. Bakayaro, Pierre and Ryoa yell that both of them don't know what's going on. And it's only when Michiru tells Sylvia to hang in there that that Tsugumi's then says that Sylvia's aura is getting extremely weak, and it looks like her attacker, Moroha's attackers, bonked her good. So Apollo calls out to her, stupid princess, and Sirius is like, oh, this is because of my mistake, I'm such a fool. Is this what Tetsuya warned me about? Those dark emotions impaired my judgment and caused my beloved sister to be hurt? So his despair makes Aquarion be bad, and Tetsuya yells at Sirius to stop being overwhelmed by his despair. Toga tells him to pull back because it's impossible for Aquarion to fight, but Apollo can't even get the damn thing to move. So Moroha is like, wow, pathetic. He doesn't even need to raise his hand anymore. And then on the radar, it's the Mecha Fortress Demon. And that just means it's Hitler. Here he is. Get out of. So Takoki didn't even know this was finished, but Hitler is like, yeah, the Getter or the Fallen Angels can't defeat this, we're amazing. But he also launches 3 Mecha Takokis, and the Takoki is upset at this shit. His mech's meant to be one of a kind, and then Hitler just says that he borrowed it to make these. Takoki is obviously not amused to have his design stolen like this, but Hitler says all demons exist to serve Emperor Brai, and he should remember that. Honore Hitler. Curse you, Hitler. How dare you trample over my scientific pride? And Hitler's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Time to get executed. So, starts blasting Takoki, but Takoki doesn't care, he's just too mad. Hitler says that Goro and Brai are giving him permission to do as he sees fit, meaning the Emperor himself has sanctioned Takoki's execution. Benkei has absolutely no idea what's going on, because he's Benkei. But Takoki gets in touch and proclaims a truce for Getter. There's no way you can let Hitler go after this. And Sakura's immediately like, it's Takoki! And he says, don't understand, woman. Yeah, don't misunderstand. Oh, nah. He's doing this for his own pride. And it was like, wow, he seems really actually mad. I guess we can trust his anger right now. And this travesty leaves Moroha disgusted with both the wingless and the demons, and he's like, I now will drown this land in darkness and despair. Quattro knows that we're not in a good spot right now, so our only choice is focus on the enemy commanders while keeping Aquarian safe. But Kay knows that's a rough one. We're up against a legit fallen angel and the big demon thing. But Marin says there's no way around it. Can't let ourselves be beaten. So Takoki's charging in. He goes, Hitler, feel my rage and the true power of the Mecha Takoki. So he gets very excited. And so, that's where you gotta keep moving. Let's look at Hitler. So the skill point is blow up everything, and it's a rough one. Can't let Takoki die. That's why I had these guys down here to fight these bozos and get down here. And we've got to get over here to fight this guy. But we should be. This is turn 3? Yeah, this is turn 3. So is the Mecha Fortress Demon. Big health, big armor, double large. He's got level 5 Prevail, will up on damage, level 4 Counter, Resolve, Command level 1. He's got Minovsky Craft, definitely want to blow that up. He's the Great General of Darkness and Great Mazinger, he's everything. And he's rude, he's very strong actually. He's got the big gun, is what he's got on this. And this also gives accuracy down. Okay, so he's got 1 to 8. So if you stay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so as long as we don't go there, he's got to come to us. And then the other fucker is Moroha. Oh no, okay, we can just look at him because we fought him already, I guess. Very nice. So, he's got Prevail level 7. His second skill there from the top is double movement, so he just gets to go twice. He gains morale every turn. He's got Predict, he's got Guard, he's got small HP and energy regen. He's immune to pilot debuffs. He's got Nano Machine unit for the healing, and he's got plus 20% damage. Just these weapons plus 20%. He's rude. And he's got Will Down on his move. I'm sorry, that's not Prevail level 7. That's ESP level 7, which gives him the accuracy and evasion thing. He's just fucking awful. This is the worst shit that I've ever had to deal with in my life. Yeah, split attack. He's got a good all attack. And he's going to fight Aquarian all the time, so we need to fly him away. Yeah, Apollo can't attack, Sirius still can't do anything. So we'll just bait him in. Anime should give us approval pretty soon, though. Knock off that too late.
天使も悪魔もまとめて片付けてやるぜ。無双剣を受けてみろ。
そうけん。
シールド。これで終わりにしてやら。無双剣で一気に叩き切ってやる。そら
just not on yet. It's very strange to me. Yeah, he's only 140. So he was at like 120 and then he got bonked. At 119 he got bonked. So he's very close. He's 120 or 130? Yeah, 130. So he was very close before the Angels started doing this shit. He's just gonna run off by himself and just be shitty. Just awful.
この仕事に交渉など必要ない。ビッグアクション。これが地を割る剛腕の威力だ。
Oh, okay. Cookie doesn't run off and get himself killed. Never mind. Guess I'm strong. Correct.
まずは俺からだ。あとは任せるぜ。
いつならどんな
This
相手
ain't
でも
no game.
オーバーフリーズパレットだ。
Didn't do that to him again. Sue's dead as hell. There's only so many times you can get shot by Quattro.
まずはこちらで足止めをする。
出てこなければやられなかったのに。
And the kick.
直撃させる。
The double kick to the ball shot. Much better than the Atherin equivalent where he surfs on his little backpack. Is everybody? Alright. If they would still box for me, I don't mind that much. Sorry if they didn't. Considering I do more damage on the counter attack, for sure. Oh,
グランナイ
there
ツ
we
の
go.
諸君合心せよ。
Let's look at his little beam. It's his little demon beam right from his head. Like this bit.
この程度でいいだろう。相手になってやろう。
Dark Destruction Beam. Doesn't even have the armor down. Just about this way. No, it's the Great Typhoon, which is the Rust Tornado without the rust. just that's a defending. Double boomerang. Perfect. Difficulty getting the fucking hole idiot. Can't transform. Too low juice to transform because we got hit by the man. Gotta get 5 more juice again. Alright, we'll figure that out. Scare this man. These. That's not what I wanted. Damn you, Garorobo. All our plans went awry ever since you brought Zuth along with you. Shut up, Hitler. Won't let you have your way with Japan or the world. You did bring that huge ship, though, so we might as well have our decisive battle right here. Get ready, Hunter, Demon Empire. It's your last night. Devil's Night Parade, isn't it? Go though. We're ready. Give him the finger. This guy is very strong. Interesting. Let's do this with the Donkos to make us upset. show him the power of a drill.
行くぞ。レフトドリガーコックピット。グラビトントルネードパンチ。スタンバイ。
Let's drill it. Tornado punch.
グラビトントルネード。
これがドリルの力よ。
And so, this guy's laughing at us. He's not done yet. But it's not looking good. The damage is piling up from the fallen angels, and Hazelbon knows that things are going to be bad if this continues as it is. Cape's not buying it though. There's too much on the line today, and Digitaro understands that, but it got a lot worse when the fallen angels showed up. And so, Tekoki, enough of your whining, Zoof! Saw the strength you possess. Tekoki, I haven't given up and I refuse to die here, for I fulfilled my dream. Wow, he's really driven, huh? How sad are we? The demon's encouraging us. That's right. Sono Torida. Commander Fudo. Oh, he really does show up out of nowhere. That man, Tekoki, derives strength from his willpower. Thus, he is unyielding. Thus, he is strong. Suyoi. But is that shameful that you've lost yourself in jealousy? Serious, accept the jealousy within you and turn it into strength. Tetsuya. Victory seems far, keep fighting until you reach it. That emotion will help you. Indeed! People learn love when they find a piece of their own soul within another. However, when they understand that the piece will never be theirs, they learn jealousy. Jealousy is the cry of a person's soul, crawling out for the missing piece. In other words, it is energy. Jealousy is energy? Eh? The shithead prince is jealous of someone? Is he that stupid or just dense? And you, who once again was angered, who's blind to what's around him, you also remain unfledged. Watch over all, Aquarian, the sky, the land, the people! Apollo. Yeah, I got it. Let's send our order into Sylvia. I don't know what you're up to, but I'm not gonna allow it. Apollo, I'll go first. Right, do it! But what? And then what am I feeling? On guard! Show! Time to fight, fucker. Time for my power. Witness it, devil. Witness it. Oath. And look at this move. Never touch a spinning bay. Power of jealousy. The jealousy sword. What the? This power? Ugh. And I am certainly unfledged. However, Apollo, so are you. Well, you don't have to tell me, I know, so give me a hand too. Oh.
てめえら打天使は絶対に許さねえ。 私は足元が見えてい
Never
なかっ
forgive
た
the damn fallen
あんたと
angels.
上を見ようとしなかったでも
Here's the cross counter.
こいつめ
Mugen Cross.
無限
The infinite power of trying to punch the other guy in the face. Wow, they pulled another comeback! The Aquarian is truly, impossibly absurd. Is it their strength that did that? I don't know that I call it teamwork, though. Not yet. It's not over yet. And then, you think that's gonna scare us? There's no way we're losing to you. Ah, back with us, eh, Sylvia? I couldn't make you two fighting by yourselves. Very well. Let's go. Apollo, Sylvia. The comeback puts us at a turning point. All units support Aquarian. Time to end this battle. So there's this fallen angel left, and this fallen angel left. That's fine. I can blow them up. Get them right. Yeah, no one said the power of emotion. I mean, love makes a laser beam, and jealousy makes a big punch. Obviously. Good, no more fallen angels. Let's get rid of him then. Bang, 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 bingy, bang, bingy, bang, bingy, bang, bang, bingy, bang. Bingy, bangy, So against Lauren, he talks about the ruinous butterfly. He's like, wait, they do know about the white doll.
まずはこちらで足止めをする
Against Rand, Rand says that Apollo owes one to his buddy Toma, and Moroha just pitifully was clinging to a false life. Mel is like, false life, and then Randy's like, alright, that's enough of that, beat the fuck out of you. It's too late for you to escape your fate. Disappear, bearer. The angels will not tolerate your existence. Talks about the devil's power with Gainer again, and now Gainer is like, now we're fighting an actual fallen angel. I'm stronger than ever. He asks if Roger's observing, or if he's actually going to interfere with the battle. And Roger's like, Cross. That's a fucking move, though. And then he's gonna follow it up with the solar tackle. The wings of the sun are now putting an end to this 12,000-year hatred. Ah, shut up. Urusenya. I don't give a damn about some wings guy who might not even be around. We will be the ones to fight you. Our bodies and minds now united as one. Take this. Yeah, like the flying armor was when he first did the crash him, and then they just went, "What if you made that part of the robot?" He's like, "I'm still gonna crash him." And they were good. You, but slightly more polite. It's very rude. And then
太陽の翼の
So Moroha blames his defeat on the Cherubim not being able to withstand his own power. He's too strong for it, and Apollo calls him a sore loser, same as any human. So Moroha tells the wings of the sun he can bow before him, become part of the tree of life. So stay alive till then. It's just like tree of life, and so off he goes. Sylvia asks Sirius if he knows anything about this tree, and he doesn't know, but it does sound very important from the way Moroha spoke of it. And then Otaha is watching, and she remarks to Toma that his beloved seems to have gotten the best of them again. And Toma is like, "Ah, yes, but a small seed was planted today." And then he looks at, oh, shit breath. Donkum. He sword cut the battleship. Did he just fucking parry the battleship? Hello? Did he just? Yes. Did he just parry the battleship? He did. He fucking parried the battleship again. Beautiful. What a maniac. Absolute legend. Good line. Crystal power.
これで決めてやる。
あなたに力を。
よしやるぞ GX。 ターゲット前期こっちの射畜場に入ってる。サテライトキャノン発射。何をわざわざ手間取っているんだ。
Fuck you, Hitler. Is he still dying? Yeah, he's still dying. It's fine. He won't be dying. Please heal this man. Someone heal this poor stinking man. Takoki. Pathetic Takoki, you team up with humans just to oppose me? For me, the real disgrace is when you disrespected my research. Hitler, I'll never forgive you. Before I deal with the Getter, I'll make sure you feel the true power of my Mecha Takoki. Then he's gonna give him the wham bam. Careful, I'll get rid of something for a Leaving Gun. Nope. Moon Gun is just not very good. I think when you get the DX, the DX might charge it up a little bit quicker, like one turn quicker. But I think it's always turn 5 is when the satellite cannon's ready. And then it takes 3 turns to recharge again, I believe. Oh no, yeah, another 4 turns to recharge. I think the DX might be the 3-turn recharge, but it's not very good now. And then it's like, I think it's equally bad in Z2, except you don't have to go is the moon out or not. I think you just use it every stage, and then in Z3, that's when they're finally like, okay, what if he just has that ready and then he gets to fire it and then it recharges? Instead of you gotta wait till turn 5 to fire a gun that's not even that strong. Is he the only boy left? He's the only boy left. Power. 古かった。でもなそう。
これでどうだ。ゲッター。
So Tetsuya dunks on him, and then he's like, no comeback. Then we're done talking. He's like, is this guy a demon? He's like, can't be when I fight villains. So you got Aminovsky Craft and 12,000 money and big XP, 3 levels for Jun, very nice. An accelerate on Jun, even nicer. This is bad. So yeah, Hitler knows he can't afford to lose the Mecha Demon Fortress, the Mecha Fortress Demon, and so he's off, leaving Dokuganki in charge. Takoki, Hitler, eh? Cursed Hitler, as always, all bark, no bite. And Koji knows he's got nothing to fear from Hitler's bluff, just as we didn't have to fear his big boat. And then got it. So Dokuganki and the Vice Minister are like, how can mere humans defeat us and the Mecha Fortress Demon? And then a mysterious man says, no, it was their own ego that made them underestimate those humans that led to their defeat. They're like, who's this? And he's not going to introduce himself to villains. And Cookie, the combat maid, reports in and says they've closed all the floors and have begun arresting all the demon partygoers. What? And then Beauty says they spiked all the demons' drinks with sleeping pills, and Reika says it's their turn to face the music. So Dokuganki's like, oh no, damn. They had the hotel under their control from the start. And him and the Vice Minister trying to make a run for it. But our beloved Mr. Sombro is like, stubborn as ever. But he knows it's all pointless. On board the King Beale, Ume gets a transmission from Sandman saying the situation at the hotel will be resolved shortly. And Hazel's glad to hear the plan was a success. Kappei's psyched that this was a total victory. But Benkei says it's not over yet. And so Ryoma asks Takoki what he's going to do now. And he says that he knows the Empire is no longer his home. So all that's left is to settle matters with the Getter. And so it's time to duel. Ryoma tells everyone that, so Ryoma's like, everyone, let's 1v1 this man. And Michiru's obviously worried, but Hayato says he betrayed the Empire for a chance to battle them, and Benkei said they'd just be dishonoring themselves if they didn't accept it. So Gengoro will accept, and out of respect for Takoki's chivalry, promises that we won't interfere. All units, return to the ship. He's like, Ryo, don't lose this. Show me the true power of the Getter Robo. Takoki, pointless to try and stop me, woman. I've even abandoned my nation just for this moment. I understand that, but there's just one thing I want to say. Thank you for saving me. That's it, he's done. He's over. So everyone gets in and we all go sit over here. Thank you. Second time I've heard those words in my entire life. Woman, you have my gratitude. You've taught me so much that I didn't know. Is that alright, dude? Let's do this, Takoki. We, the Getter, will never be defeated. Come, Getterobo. I've dedicated my entire life for this, the ultimate battle of the Mecha Takoki. And so we need to beat him in 3 turns for a secret here. And you get completely refilled on everything. just going to go in and use our big moves on him over and over again. Get a robo. As per my challenge, will end everything right now. Takoki, you've been fighting just to beat us? That's right, I care nothing for Emperor Bry or his plans of world domination. As a scientist, I live only to create a robot strong enough to surpass you. A lot pettier than I thought. What? You're doing this only for your self-satisfaction. We won't be defeated by such a man. We can't be. I'm not gonna lose. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be able to do it in 3 turns. With him counter-attacking this as well, so get that.
よ、次もその調子で頼むぜ。行くぞ、100キロボット。
Let's go, Demon Robot.
Get that!
Right in the arm. Worst place to get beat. Not yet, not yet, not yet. So, you did it. It's over, Takoki. I lost. My Mecha Takoki lost. Of course you did. The Getter isn't your average combat mech. It embodies Professor Saotomi's lifelong research on Getter rays. We fight alongside it to protect what's important to us. I've been defeated as both a scientist and a warrior. Kill me then, Getter Robo. You're right as the victor. That's the logic of a demon. You're not a member of the 100 Demon Empire anymore, so stop thinking like one. What? That's right, Takoki. I know you were touched by the human heart, so you should be able to find a different path than that of a demon. You're telling me to live as a human? It doesn't matter if it's as a human or a demon. We think you, as a man, can find a better way. Not only that, but there's still room to improve your Mecha Takoki. Would you also destroy that potential? Come with us, Takoki. We'll show you the right path in this foreign world. Understood, Generobo. I will live this once forsaken life alongside you all. Takoki? So aren't you worrying about him a bit too much? Oh, that's alright. I'm here for you, Koji. What are you talking about, Maria? You can't just take Koji for yourself. I don't understand. Is this what's called human drama? And so he joins the team. He's strong and a good squaddy, so Demon should all be out of Japan, but considering all the key positions they got in, Athena knows it's going to be a while before it recovers. Ray sees that it'll be too difficult for us to get their help until it's all fixed, but then Laven gets on the mic and tells us that everything's going to be okay. Everyone's surprised to see our friend here, and he tells us thanks to us, Japan is going to rejoin the new federation. Hazelone concedes that doing so is the best way for the country to rebuild, especially considering how its independence was the demons doing. And But Laven says that it's not like super bad for us though, because the process will be helmed by the Chimera Squad. In other words, it's going to be the same as if we just guaranteed their cooperation. So it looks like we're going to be able to carry out Durandar's request. Holland's not happy with the situation though. But Holland is not happy with basically any situation, so that's fine. And meanwhile, Dokugenki has fled in such haste that the Vice Minister got left behind, and he's been discovered by the unsociable maid. And she goes, "Ron, I'm not really a maid." And he just fucking punches him to the moon. He's like, "What? You're not a human, you're a monster!" And then our Sombro shows up and says that he's being quite rude to a lady. And he just shoots the man. Makes him reveal his true form. And it now finally reveals his name. He's Banjo. And he blasts him, and he says the demon's plan was quite formidable, but it all ends here. He's not going to allow the demon to escape, and he's going to make him tell him everything he knows about the Empire. But the demon refuses to submit, and he's going to blow himself up rather than be captured. Banzai! And so this display of resolve is concerned to Banjo, figures they could be more dangerous than he gave him credit for. Dorothy is still around, and while he's asked if she's okay, and she's like, there doesn't seem to be any injuries on you. And then Roger shows up and he tells the Storm that you need to be concerned. Dorothy's an android. And Banjo's like, "Oh, Mr. Negotiator, surprised you know that name." And Roger's heard mention of this man here and there, and while prowling society's underworld, because he's quite disliked in the he's quite disliked in the circuses. The mysterious multi-millionaire, the Storm, the man who's one with the sun, the famous Banjo Haran. And then Banjo is like, says, having to introduce himself, and he's pleased to make the acquaintance of Roger Smith. That's when Topo shows up with Reika and Beauty, and they tell Banjo the remaining demons have been captured, so he thanks for the hard work. And Reika says this is the same hotel she infiltrated way back when, which was Setsuko's early game mission. While searching for Banjo, but she didn't expect to come here to pour sake for demons. But that's Sandman and Fudo's doing, because they remember how Oni's had a weakness to strong drink in Japanese legends. So Banjo thanks the two of them, and Garrison, who's the other butler, and Sandman's mates. Beauty protests that she poured drinks for them as well, so she wants her share of praise, and he's like, sure thing. Like, yeah, Beauty, thanks to you two, great job. Because she's fucking weird. Roger's impressed with Dorothy, now she took the opportunity to learn etiquette from Sandman's maids while preparing for the operation. And she just says she just watched what they did and knew what to do, so it wasn't that difficult. She also learned from Roger's fashion sense, and that his fashion sense is indeed the worst. So he volunteers to explain the differences between his aesthetics and Sandman's, but there might not be enough time to cover it in one night. Is she interested about hearing that? And she says, correction, you're both awful. Sandman says today's victory is thanks to her and all the other maids and butlers, because the demon's undoing is focusing too much on Zuth and failing to realise there's more to a battle than the front lines. And so the problem now is going to be getting Japan back in order, and Fudo wonders if we'll be able to do so in the time it takes the demons to recover. Back aboard the King Bill, we're told that all the captured demons killed themselves as soon as they woke up. They all yelled Brai's name while blowing up, and like Tokoki said, that's the name of their leader. And Bright's surprised how much discipline he commands from his troops, but then Gengoro says they did get some good insight on them from Tokoki. The most important bit of information is that the demon's headquarters is located on a moving artificial island, and since we don't know where it is, we can't launch an attack on it right now. So in the end, we have to wait for them to make their move, and Hazelmon and Kazami here know that might mean another invasion of Japan. But that's what Laven and the Chimera Squad are here to prevent. Talia thanks him for his help today, and from the looks of things, sees that negotiations with the Japanese government seem to be complete. And he stammers the actual conference between the government and the Federation led by Edel via transmission. He's just a middleman, but he's like, well, and then Bright's like, wow, still scared of women, huh? But there's this other guy, Shran. So here's Shlan Opal, So he comes in, he's like, Laven, could I get an introduction? And he's like, oh yeah, this is Schlan. This is Schlan Open. He's another member of Chimera Squad. He's like, yep. So he's Captain Schlan Opel, and he's a lot about us, and he's glad to meet everyone in person. Lone says Schlan and his platoon have been left in charge of maintaining order across Japan cities, and Goro thinks it's going to be a tough job because everyone's going to be confused with their country's return to the Federation. But he's not worried. He says without false modesty that he's managed to restore order in many other chaotic regions, and he promises to guide Japan towards the future that the nation desires. Laven, of course, has complete faith in him, saying that Schlan is platoon specialist in this kind of mission. Talia is really assaulted by this, and he asks that we entrust Japan's registration to the Chimera Squad. And yeah, so we're going to add the Mazingo Getter teams to our actual ranks because we're going away, and they don't need to defend Japan anymore. But Laven gives us some money. And so Talia is very happy to report the successful mission to get Japan to support Durandal, but then Jamil and Holland come in, asking him to wait a bit, because this is where they're parting ways. They don't really like how things are working out with us. And at Saint Germain Castle, Rand's saying his farewells to some folks, starting with Lauren, and Lauren wishes Rand well and hopes he finds his boss. And that's Randamel's main goal, and the way things are going, they'd be neck deep in the Zaftan Federation fight, and that's not really what they want right now. So she asks if Rand's okay with the world being controlled by the bad guys within the Federation, and obviously Rand is not. But that doesn't mean he thinks everything is all going to be fine and dandy if the plants win the war. So Holland agrees with him, and adds that in the end nothing will change regardless of which side is the victor, because that's Holland, he's that guy. Lauren disagrees, and he doesn't believe that Gwen and Durandal think that way either. And since it's coming from someone like Lauren, Rand's like, you know what? I believe it. I believe him. When it comes out of this guy's mouth, I believe what he's saying. So, good luck. And so, Koji leaves the rest of the demon business to the Getter team, and Ryoma promises to find the headquarters, and Aido says that's where they're going with the people who are going to be working more freely. The Aquarian team feels the same way, with Sirius saying that Dave was a sword to strike at fallen angels, and so Fudo's decided it would be best if they didn't get involved in the wars of men. Apollo doesn't like it though, thinking it would be best if we went after all of the bad guys, and Cape's with him, and says that's exactly why Hazelmon and Sandman were going to stick with Zaft, which is why the Gravion and King Bill team are going to keep on working with him. Koji just likes the cut of Durandal's jib, and when Garrett and Renton ask why, he just says he appreciates his ideals of peaceful coexistence between people from Earth and people from space. Renton likes the sound of that as well, but he would have noticed that Holland doesn't seem to think that way about Durandal. Gainer is really damn sure that he doesn't want to help out fighting a war, and Gain tells him to do what he wants, because he's been hired by, because he's like, you hired me as your Exodus manager, so whatever you decide. And Camille and Armoru both agree, remembering that he went on Exodus to find a goal of his own, so to make his own choices everyone else has. And so he's going to go with the Gecko and the Iron Gear crew, because it might be a purposeless trip. He's going to continue with his Exodus from there. And Elchi was expecting Gwen and Co to come with them, but he apologises because he also needs to fight to reclaim Inglesa. And that's why Gavan and everyone else is cooperating with Zaft. Chiron gives Lauren his best, thankful for all the tasty bread he gave him when they were in America, and Lauren thanks Chiron for all the help. And wants to meet him again, and Whitson was like, you're exaggerating, this ain't goodbye forever. It's just more comfortable for everybody. So Toshio agrees and says that we can still keep in touch with each other via the internet, and so he hopes that Marion will call every now and then. And Marion's like, what? But yeah, seeing as Valdios is an independent group like Garen Aquarian, they're going with the Freedom. And Koji says this doesn't mean their friendship will just vanish, and Marion agrees, sort of. He just goes, yeah. And Ryder's like, you're too naive to be friends with an alien. And then Kiraken tells him to shut up and stop complaining. You want to come with the Minerva team by yourself if you hate him that much. And he's like, I can't do that, so I guess I'll just... And then Kay's like, well then, let it go. And it's unbecoming of a man. Luna Maria says, tells Shin to say goodbye to everyone. And Athrun says that, well, this isn't a permanent split. Things happen, there's always a chance that we might not meet again. So Luna tells him to go talk to Gaynor, Sarah, and Garrett, Kay, and everybody else. And Shin's like, yeah, they're friends, sure. So off he goes and talks to them. Ray asks Athrun, who's looking very pleased with himself, if this is alright. They'll be losing a lot of people with the departure of those 4 ships. And isn't that going against Dorandal's wishes? Yeah, losing the Freedom, the Iron Gear, the Gekko, and the Glomar. And Athrun says that these are people who object to having their actions controlled, and as such, they've chosen a different path. And Dorandal has accepted their choice, and Ray will respect that, but he does make it a point to say that in the eventuality they become Zaft's enemies, should that happen, no mercy, no quarter given. And Athrun's like, yeah, alright, sure, same, just like in the previous war. So Roger looks at the group head split up. He's happy to see everyone's filled with hope for another meeting rather than the sadness of departure. And Dorothy thinks that since Roger's fond of everyone, they should go with someone. Instead of going off on their own. And from what Roger's heard, the Zafteu group will head back to Galia across Siberia and over to Gibraltar. While the freedom-loving folk are going to go to the South Pacific Ocean with no real fixed destination. So with that in mind, Roger's going to head down the middle so he can confirm with his own eyes where the truth is hidden. Dorothy thinks that's just some incomprehensible rationalisation for how uncooperative he is and unwilling to play nice with others. But Roger says it's alright if his reasons aren't understood, because like everyone else, they're also choosing their journey at their own free will. But they're going to hope everyone has a safe passage. Jamil catches up with Amuro, because he's the Amuro X, and he's got one question. What's the meaning of new types in Amuro's world? And what does he think is the meaning of Tifa's existence? Jimura has been informed that the old UNE has been gathering them up, and that the new Federation has been advancing new type research, and he's gonna fight to keep Tifa safe from those who'd abuse her powers. And Amuro asks if that's atonements for his actions in the war 15 years ago. And she was like, "What, you know about that?" And Amuro remembers hearing Jamil's name in his time in the new type lab. And Jamil confesses, saying that he was a soldier of the UNE during the war fighting for the Space Revolutionary Army. And Jamil piloted the GX and used the satellite cannon to stop a colony drop that the revolutionaries were threatening to do. And unfortunately, that pushed the revolutionaries to initiate various other drops, which resulted in the southern hemisphere of the Earth being completely devastated. And Jamil blames himself for pulling the trigger on that, but Amuro says that it was an accident. But regardless, Amuro says there's no meaning to new types at all. And Jamil's like, "What?" He's just like, what? Huh? And so, 50,000 money and 300 blue stones. And so... See, so, where's Roger? Seems he snuck out way ahead of us, and Arthur assumes he didn't want an overblown farewell. And Marion quips that he's got this sort of strange tenacity, strange in his fashion, and then Tully's like, yeah, strange in his fashion sense. Moon's disappointed to be separated from Dorothy after all the trouble they went through to meet up again. But Captain says he's like, I thought I was your best robot friend. He's like, alright, well how about you help with the laundry and cleaning then? Sandman's maids are going to be gone, they'll be short-staffed, so I'm going to help you to... I got half of mine to force you to help out. He's like, whoa, spooky. And so Shia has to tell them to settle down for the departure, and Mimsy whispers that if the Zaft group attracts the attention of the Chidam, they should be able to reach Aman safely, and Shia isn't super happy about having to use the others as the decoy, but, you know, they can handle it. Codicet asks Elchi if we should really do this, and she says they'd have no choice but to go into all-out war with the Feds if they stick with the Zaft. But if they split off here, then the Feds will target the other group, and that'll give them a chance to run the hell away. Codicet figures it doesn't matter much to them whether it's the Feds or Zaft that win this war, and following the Glomar's work ethic, Elchi plans on rededicating herself to a courier business, and there's more money to be made. There's no more money to be made working with Zaft anyway. Tifa seems a little bit down, and Tonya asks if it wasn't safer to travel with the big group. And Jamil says that it is, but we don't know what tomorrow will bring, so we'd rather be able to decide for themselves what path to tread on. And Shingo gets it, saying they wouldn't have that freedom if they were stuck following their agenda. and in with the Jamalto's armor that will personally find his answers, along with Tifa and his companions. Holland and the Gecko crew agree with Jamil, and Holland's gut has been telling him that the rate things are going, it wasn't going to end nicely. But his gut wasn't why they left, though. Holland has just had enough running around following orders from someone that he doesn't know anything about. And Ochi agrees that we should be the ones to chart our own course. And as Holland learned, don't beg, earn it, and then it'll be given to you. And so they start off, and Rand leaves them with a wish to meet everybody again. So, do-do-do. And so Hazelman knows that they've got their own life to live, just as our group has our battles to face. So Talia gives the order for the ships to head to Galia. And then here's Shiro and Genki cheering for their friends and relatives, while Sandman observes the warriors' departure, taking flight despite their differing objectives. Fudo asks Lena what she sees, and she foresees dark clouds ahead of both sides of Zuth. And Jerome's like, why didn't you give us any advice if you're foreseeing danger? But Fudo and Sandman have other ideas, saying the dark clouds beckon a storm, and the rain lashes the ground, but the winds renew the air, and the rain nourishes the land beneath. So he's like, and then Raven just says, misfortune isn't guaranteed, but neither is good fortune. So Sandman says the warriors just dance beautifully, and to their heart's command. And on the North American continent, in the New Earth Federation's headquarters, in Edel Burnell's office, Jibril's just told her that she's been offered the chance to become a member of the Sage Council. Jamitov and the three sages from the Promised Land value her and her accomplishments and want to reward her, and so she understands and humbly accepts such an honour. Jibril announces that from this day she'll be one of the people who chart the course of the world, and tells her she'll be counted, and they'll rely on her heavily when the old men on the council are asked to retire. And then he cuts comms, and then the New Earth Federation's hidden rulers, the Sage Council, and I'll be one of their members. This may be a good opportunity, but there's also the possibility that they're getting suspicious of our actions. And here's Jie. He's just a guy. He's fine. And he just comes in, and he just goes, I love you, Lady Edel. Let's all stay positive here. And she's like, so they don't, it's Thea. So, Professor Thea, what's the current situation? I received the report from Laven and Schlan. Everything seems to be okay with the Japanese deal. And Zuth? They had a bit of a falling out. Didn't see that one coming. Looks like Jamitov and Jibril will send their Phantom Pain after one half, and the Agaha squad will go for the other. Must have Laven relay the intel on both squads to Zuth right away. But it's so much more fun if we kept quiet about it. It's not a game. Both our groups are doing this for world peace. I love you. Please don't be so angry, Brigadier General Edel Burnell. I understand. Then please carry on with your research, Professor. I'll do just that. Please excuse me. He just loves life. So off it goes. I'm counting on you, Professor Thea. And you must prevail, Zuth. Your strength is needed to change this chaotic world. And so now's a route split that depends on which one you pick. Setsuko gets 2 and Rand gets a different 2. So Rand is going to be hanging out with Eureka 7, Buldios Squarens of Uncle August, the Geta Robo, Gundam X and King Gainer. And Setsuko gets Gravion, Destiny, Zeta, God Sigma, Zambot, Mazinger, Great Mazinger, Turn A Gundam. All the supers are gone.